Well, we are at J-Mo's Bowl, where you always strike a great meal. See if you can hear it now.
Nope.
Still can't hear me.
No, but I can. I know what you're saying, so I can hear you.
Can you read my lips?
Yeah, close enough. Close enough, buddy. Welcome to J-Mo's.
Well, it's kind of a cold and snowy day, so unfortunately nobody has popped out yet. Hopefully somebody will come out. I know you have something that you want to share with people about J-Mo's Bowl, where you always get a terrific meal.
Yes, we are at J-Mo's, and this is where we host our weekly radio show here, 10 o'clock in the morning. And what a great place this is. They're having city tournament right now, and if you're not a bowler in the area, then you probably don't know that the Owatonna and Faribault bowling associations combined. So they're having their one big city tournament now with both bowlers from Faribault and Owatonna. And
so does that mean that Owatonna bowlers and Faribault bowlers compete against each other, and we find out
Yep, that's what it means.
who the champion is from Faribault and who the champion is from Owatonna, and then the two champions have a bowl off, and we could call it the Super Bowl off?
No, that's not what it means. But it just means that everybody collectively now has more people to compete with, which is nice. But
you don't like my idea?
Well, sure, I think it is. Maybe we should talk to Ryan about that towards the end of the year, and then we can maybe have
the Faribault City champion, the Owatonna City champion. We invite Northfield to come over, the Northfield City champion.
We could maybe do that,
And we could have you be the ringer for the Faribault team.
No, it wouldn't be me anymore. but anyway, yes, folks, we are out here at J-Mo's, and if you'd like to have a good time, come on out here, do a little bowling. Thursday nights, Sunday nights, 5 to 9 p.m., $2 bowling games, so there's some pretty good cheap entertainment. You can also play darts out here, and as always, watch your favorite sports on the big screen TVs. So come on out, folks. And also coming up in, just about a month, February 14th, which just happens to be Valentine's Day every single year, they are having a Valentine's Day date night out here with some prime rib, roasted potatoes.
Too.
Ooh, Saturday, yeah. Prime rib, roasted potatoes, veggie, dinner roll. Oh, I bet they're going to have some chocolate and probably some roses for the ladies.
Champagne?
So, I don't, every meal comes with a glass of wine if you're 21 or over, so you get some wine. So that counts. So, folks, if you're looking for something to do for a nice Thanksgiving, you know what's on my mind, turkey and mashed potatoes and gravy. If you're looking for something to do for Valentine's Day date night.
I'm sure your life loves your romanticism there.
Come on out to J-Mo's February 14th and enjoy some prime rib. I bet it's going to be just awesome. I will be out of town.
You're making me hungry.
I will be out of town that day, so my wife and I will not be enjoying that meal. But
so you got a date night on Valentine's?
Well, no, I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to be gone again. Out of the state.
Oh, on Valentine's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you won't be here?
I won't be here.
Won't be here. Thanks for letting us know. That's good.
Yep. But
now nobody will tune in.
Oh, yes, they will. They tune in to hear you anyway.
Valentine's Day, they won't tune in because Royal's not there.
Nah, they don't tune in to hear me babble. They tune in to hear you.
The guys lost last night in Faribault boys basketball by 3 to Century, and the girls absolutely clobbered Century here at home. Mm-hmm. I saw the girls against Belle Plaine Thursday night, and man, did they D it up. And they must have D'd it up against Century, too, because they held them to 50 points.
Nice. Good deal.
They beat them 85 to 50.
Ooh, nice.
That's running time kind of score.
Yeah, 85, 50. 85 is a nice score for a girls' high school basketball game.
Absolutely right. So I was kind of hoping we might have a few of the ladies out here, but I guess...
they're having a pretty decent year.
They're having a good year, yeah.
Good to see.
It's just a couple games over 500, but, the Big Nine is super tough. I mean,
but you don't score 85 points without being able to shoot. And,
that's right.
No. So, nice job, Faribault ladies.
Yeah. Hopefully the gentlemen obviously haven't hit their stride yet. Maybe it'll come playoff time because they beat Stewartville, who is supposedly the team to beat in the section, and of course they got beat by Byron, but it was a close game. And Northfield is, in my opinion, right now looking to be the best team in the section.
Okay. All right,
but that doesn't mean they can't be defeated.
That is true. What games did you call this week?
I don't remember them all.
You don't remember them all. You call so many. You're like Mr. Sports.
Well, I wish that was true. I have fun with it. That's the thing.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Monday we got a doubleheader. We got Kenyon Wanamingo boys and girls at Wabasha Kellogg. Tuesday we got a doubleheader. The Hayfield Vikings hosting the Triton Cobras. And then after that, I don't remember what I got next week.
I like how you can remember things into the future, but you can't remember things into the past. I don't know what that says, but it's got to be somewhat.
I can remember in the past. I told you about the Belle Plaine game. It was
yeah.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I told you about the hockey game earlier this week where Northfield beat Owatonna. I had that game on the radio. I think it was Tuesday night over in Northfield. Yep, 5-1. Northfield won.
You looking forward to that new rink over there?
Yes, I am.
I hope they have a nice warm
spot for the broadcast
booth for you. Yeah,
no,
broadcasting.
I told Tom Spooner we got to have a nice, because where you sit now, it's not the best vantage point in the world, but it's better than nothing.
Oh yeah. Yep.
What I like about Faribault is you're elevated, but they have that stupid ladder that's flush to the wall. You ever climb that thing?
No, I don't even want to.
It's flush to the wall.
I don't.
So when you're carrying equipment, it's really a pain.
That's the best setup they can come up with?
Well, I offered to, at one time I offered to build them a new box across the rink. They came out, took a look, and said, "Man, we like it where it's at."
Well, let's just get a new ladder, a new entry point there somehow.
Yeah, I also suggested that they do it off the side.
Sacrifice a couple of seats or something and make it safer to crawl into that bad boy.
Well, you need to talk to your committee. You guys have a part of the
we got
school district in the city.
We got one or two city council members on the Faribault Ice Faribault Ice Association. So yeah, we could talk to them.
No, good luck with that, because I actually told them this is a one-time offer. I was going to even pay for the.
Wow.
I said let's add 6 feet to it and put it on the other side of the.
It could have been the Gordy Kosfeld.
Well, no, I wouldn't want
broadcasting booth,
but they turned me down.
Boy,
they turned me down.
We got to talk to them.
Well, that was a one-time offer, Roy.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
That was probably, 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, wow. Was that long ago, too, huh?
Well,
wow.
I've been climbing up the flush ladder all these years.
Oh.
And now with my foot, I can't.
Yeah.
So that's why we haven't done any home games.
The
only games I've done for Faribault hockey have been away the last couple of years.
Okay. That makes sense. Makes sense. A little bit of limitation there.
Had a couple of BA games recently, boys basketball. I think maybe we talked with Ed about that last week, didn't we? Wasn't he out here last week?
Yes, I believe he was.
And they picked up another win the other night against Medford.
Good.
I didn't see what the girls' score was against Southland, though. We had a doubleheader on Thursday out at Van Orso.
Okay.
Last night's Bethlehem Academy game was canceled. They were going to go to Alden Conger. When my doubleheader with Triton and New Richland, Heartland, Ellendale, Geneva was changed, I called Ed yesterday and I said, "Hey, I might come over and do your Alden Conger game." He says, "No, you won't." I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "We're not having it."
Oh.
They moved it to, I think, the 6th of February. Does that sound right? Hey, the mayor's here. I mean, the former mayor's here.
Uh-oh. Maybe he wants to talk pool.
Is he a pool guy?
Could be.
Are you a pool guy, Kevin? We're talking the Q type of pool, not jumping in the pool, right?
Absolutely.
That is correct. Billiards pool, yes.
And billiards is different than regular pool.
Than the swimming store, yes. But billiards is the term for everything played on a green. So, but I did want to talk about what's happening with pool in Faribault currently.
Okay, do that.
This weekend there is a huge tournament again down at the American Legion. Last weekend was the SECO tournament, which brings in players from all over the territory.
So you must bring in extra tables then.
Yes, they fill up the whole back room of the American Legion. So I think there's 16 tables in there.
Wow,
so
royal.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah, the SECO tournament's been going on for I bet you 50 years, I would think. It used to be held at the Knights of Columbus, and now, of course, it's at the American Legion. And then this weekend is what's called the Sparkler Tournament, which is a bunch of locals. It's not the big names that were in the last weekend's tournament, but also on Sunday is a youth tournament. So Faribault has the Rice County pool team for youth, and they meet typically on Sundays at the American Legion, and they're always looking for new players. But this weekend is the youth tournament, so all people from all over Minnesota come down for the tournament on Sunday. So it's actually pretty cool.
How did it ever get the name the Sparkler Tournament?
That's what the original person called it. It was just supposed to be a fun tournament for Faribault. And so they called it the Sparkler to create entertainment.
Okay.
And that name has just stuck with it.
Maybe sparklers were originally made in Faribault, Minnesota.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think Sellner made those, but you never know.
Yeah. Interesting name, though. So.
Yep. Yeah. So that was the original tournament, was the Sparkler, and then they added the youth on Sunday. So this time of year, there's one youth tournament every month around the territory somewhere. So they travel down to Racine, Minnesota, and to Burnsville, and to Mankato, and Albert Lee, and Austin.
I wonder where they go in Racine. That's not far from where I grew up. There's nothing in Racine.
That's the old 7th Entertainment Center.
7th Rib. There used to be a restaurant called the 7th Rib.
Okay. But yeah, it's an entertainment center now. There's a great big pole shed out back that they've remodeled. So there's the main building where the bar is, and then there's another building out back that they use for weddings and dances and other events. And it's a very nice location down there. And then there's, I think, like 8 little huts that you can rent if you have a wedding down there, so you don't have to drive home. So,
oh, hey, that's kind of cool.
Right, because like Gordy said, it is in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Racine is between Spring Valley and Rochester.
Okay.
Yep.
Beautiful country then, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice country.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. Yep. So the youth is going in full swing right now. So if you have a youth that's interested in pool, reach out and we'll let you know what this calendar is, because we're always looking for more players.
Do you have lessons then?
We have some coaches that stop by and give lessons to the youth that don't know how to play, and some of the coaches that stop by even give tips to the older players.
So, to be honest with you, Kevin,
yeah,
I used to play a lot of pool when I was a kid.
Yeah.
40 years ago next year, I would have won a tournament in Florida when I was on vacation.
Wow.
A friend of mine and I, we just happened upon this tournament. I got hotter than a pistol. It was call your last pocket. I hit an 8-ball in the side pocket for my last shot on a double banker.
Wow.
That's how hot I was. I couldn't miss.
Wow.
And they were calling me Minnesota Fats.
Well, you're a skinny dude.
I was very skinny then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
that's
Kevin,
pretty cool.
who did they reach out to? You said reach out, but who did they?
They can reach out to myself, Sandy Coleman, or Rich Arndt.
Okay.
So Rich Arndt is a big name in pool in Faribault. Most people know how to get a hold of him. So.
Okay.
But we can get you
So
scheduled.
yeah,
with
if somebody new, maybe they have a child or grandchild or neighbor kid or something,
Yep.
be something fun for them to get into.
Yeah, my son's been in it for, I think, 4 years now. And this year he actually joined up on one of the adult teams that shoot on Wednesday nights.
So they have different, there's 8-foot tables, there's 7-foot tables.
No, everybody plays on a bar table. Yep. And the biggest difference in the bar table world is you have Valley table brands and you have the regular bar table brand, and the pocket sizes are different. So when we go to most of our tournaments, we're playing on diamond tables, which are just a little bit tighter, so you can't be quite as sloppy. So your double bank might not have gone on a diamond table.
Yeah.
But it would go on a bar table because they're designed to have more fun. So, yep. It's interesting.
Yeah,
It's
I want to shoot on the table with the bigger pockets.
I haven't picked up a pool cue in years, but I used to love playing pool.
Yeah.
Never had a lesson, though. I mean, just kind of picked it up and started playing.
Yep.
We had a pool hall in Spring Valley when I was growing up.
Sure. Most towns did. Faribault had a very nice one downtown for a number of years, and then that one shut down eventually. But the sport of pool has been very big in Faribault. We have some very big names that have come out of Faribault and the surrounding territories that have gone on to excel greatly in the game.
And some people think, or maybe it was true, that it was kind of a dying sport.
True. True.
But it's making a comeback, if I'm hearing you correctly.
Yep. It's definitely trying. There's lots of people that have thought about reopening a pool hall in Faribault. Nobody's just pulled the trigger on it yet, but there's been lots of conversations, especially when I was the mayor. I would get lots of inquiries on what they would have to do to open one or where the right location would be and different inquiries on that way. So I think the sport is still alive. It just, the youth team is kind of struggling with their numbers. So we're always looking for more players to come in at that level. And then the adult teams are dwindling a little bit in the territory. I think they only shoot 3 nights a week now. They used to shoot 4 nights a week, depending on what league and level you were on. But they're still very active in every town. So some players play in Faribault, and then they play in Morristown, then they play in Otana, and they travel around and get different nights of the week.
Well, the neat thing about pool is, you don't have to be in shape or anything.
No, you don't have to be real athletic. You just have to have good hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, it's good for all ages and all skill levels.
It's good for the brain.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a constant math game. Angles and geometry and, yeah, there's a lot that goes into that.
Yes, there is. Are you hearing now? No. His earphones aren't working.
Imagine that. That's because you spend too much time on the station helicopter.
I guess. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So when did you pick up pool?
I picked it up probably in my early 20s is when I really got into it.
So your dad was not a pool player?
Nope.
Neither was mine.
Nope. We were a farm family, and that's the way that I grew up. And
in fact, my dad said you should not go down to the pool hall so much.
Yeah, no, after I turned 21, I had a group of friends that we went out and we bought some pool cues and we picked up the sport and I played for probably 3 or 4 years on a team. And then my pool cues sat in the closet for a number of years until my son goes, "Hey, Dad, we should go shoot some pool."
And I'm guessing that the pool cues have changed since I won that tournament 40 years ago.
Not really. I mean, now they've got graphite cues and they've got some carbon fiber shafts and a few different things. It's all about the flex and the tip. So it's just not really stunningly changing. There are still a lot of people that will grab a house cue and play just like somebody will with a $3,000 cue.
Well, this is what I did down there. We just happened upon this, so I used a house cue.
No.
I was just lucky. I mean, seriously, I was just lucky.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
That is true.
In fact, most of the time.
Yes. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, though. I will say that.
Yeah. And as long as we're not talking about traditional sports anymore, we'll also bring up that the Scouting America movement is large and proud in Faribault. So formerly the Boy Scouts of America, but now it's Scouting America. They rebranded it to be more inclusive to males and females of the younger generations. So in Faribault, we've actually got 3 troops.
So does that mean there's no longer Girl Scouts?
There is still Girl Scouts. Yep. They are their own separate entity. Yep. Don't ask me how this all worked out, but I'm on the Scouting America side. So in Faribault, we actually have a boys troop, we have a girls troop, and we have a co-ed troop. So you can figure out which level of scouting you want yours to go into. There's also Cub Scouts. So when you're starting out at the age of 5 or 6, you can get involved in the Cub Scout world and bring your child up through the scouting and then into the older Boy Scouting when you get to the top ranks.
I was a Webelow. Do they still have those?
Absolutely.
Weebelow. I forget about that.
I was a Webelow.
The Webelow used to be a 2-year program. Now they're called Webelows and then Arrow of Light Scouts.
Okay.
Just so they don't have to say, well, are you a Webelow 1 or a Webelow 2?
Oh, okay.
They separated it out. So, and then in April, hopefully our Troop 306 will be celebrating our 100-year anniversary. So that'll be pretty cool for Faribault also.
It's a very active scouting community, isn't it?
Yes.
I know there's lots of overnight camping opportunities.
Yep, we try to get out once a month with our scouts, depending on which troop you're in, where everybody always tries to get out once a month. There's lots of Eagle Scouts that have come through the troops in Faribault.
So you actually camp in winter, too, then?
Absolutely. The girls' camp is actually up in, are they in Wisconsin or northern Minnesota? They're out this weekend at a winter camp. So I was like looking at the wind chills and the cold, and I'm like, maybe winter camping isn't ideal this weekend. But there used to be a troop in Medford also. That one unfortunately folded up about 2 years ago. But I was in contact with the scoutmaster down there, and he said, if you ever want to learn how to do winter camping, I'd be more than happy to have you out on the farm. He goes, we used to do it down here with the scouts for years, and he goes, I'd love to teach you how to build your winter camping equipment and your shelters and get it all going for you. So.
It's a skill we probably should learn, Royal.
Boy, if I need to know the skill of winter camping, I've got bigger problems.
Maybe your grandson would want to go out winter camping.
Well, that's what he has a dad for.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
So you obviously never did it with your kids.
Not winter camping. No, we used to do a lot of camping.
Well, of course.
Both camper and tent camping and stuff, but never any winter camping.
I've always said that I was happy that my son was a non-traditional sports person because I never had to sit outside and freeze my butt off watching a football game.
But instead,
we go winter camping.
You decide to sleep outside all night. Yeah.
Or maybe even worse, a track meet.
Yes.
The spring can be more raw than the fall.
Yep. So my son's always been the non-traditional ones, and that's been fine by me. So
yeah.
Yep.
Well, he must have picked up pool from you then.
Yep. Well, his grandpa got a pool table in the basement, and that's where he started racking the balls around and with him. And
you didn't have one in your house?
I did not. I now have one in my garage because it won't fit in my house. Because I've just got an old 60s Rambler and there's no room for it in the house. But, so right now playing pool is a little bit chilly because my garage isn't insulated yet.
Yeah.
So. I think it's all about priorities. I think you could fit it in your living room if you took out all the other furniture.
It's been discussed.
I'm sure that went over.
I'm sure it went over.
It was my wife's idea, not mine. So it's been discussed.
Was it really?
Yeah. Yeah, because she knows how much we like to play pool.
She said, "Get rid of the television and bring."
No, not television. That doesn't take up much space because they're mounted to the wall.
Right.
We're talking couches and chairs.
Yeah. She said we could use it as a dining room table. Put a piece of plywood over the top of it. There's all kinds of options.
Yeah, you could do that for sure.
Yep.
You ever play bumper pool?
Oh yeah. That's what I had at my parents' house when I was growing up. We had a bumper pool table. That's an interesting game too.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and we were going to move that bumper pool table out at one point, but the wood had corroded so much that it was falling apart. So it went to the wayside.
Because those are usually smaller, so you could fit them in a Rambler.
Yep, or a small apartment,
Yeah. So. When I first moved to my house, I was looking for a pool table to put in my little abode. I was going to put it down in the basement. Good luck carrying it down them stairs.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully we have Pool Tables Plus in Faribault that would do that for you.
Yeah, they move it for you.
Yeah, they travel around the state fixing up pool tables and refelting them or leveling them. Or they came over to my garage and put my 3-piece slate back together and refelted my table and new bumpers and plays like a brand new table.
No kidding.
Yep. But I would suggest that you get your basement finished before you bring the pool table in because that'll create a lot of dust.
Yep. No, I was planning on doing that too, but I kind of got delayed with the foot thing.
That's true. You have had a hiccup in the last couple of years.
Yes. Financially as well. So
yeah, I'm sure.
Got to pay off them bills before we start thinking about adding more bills.
But pool is a good retirement game too.
I think so too. Yeah. That's why I just said earlier, you don't have to be in shape, right? You don't really have to be in shape, but it's great for the brain.
Yeah. I've seen people in wheelchairs play.
Me too.
There used to be a one-armed guy that used to shoot in Faribault too. He was actually pretty good.
Wow.
So, yeah. Yep.
That would be tough.
Yep. Yeah, that takes a lot of wrist strength to hold your cue at the right angle for that.
Oh, yeah, that would be tough.
Did he have what do they call that?
Nope, he didn't use a cheater. Okay. He just held it with one arm.
I didn't realize they called it a cheater.
Bridge.
Bridge.
Isn't it? Yeah,
Bridge is the typical name.
That's it.
Bridge is the technical name.
Right. Yep. Everybody carries most people carry a bridge in their extra bag. So.
And it's not looked down upon to use a bridge, is it?
No. And actually one day at our youth league, we made everybody shoot with bridges because it's so uncomfortable to shoot with a bridge because you don't do it very often that we made them all just shoot with the bridge so they got used to it. Because otherwise you're fumbling around. You're like, okay, how do I use the bridge? And because you use it, one every 10 games or so. It's not something that's used quite often.
Yeah.
So to get some of those extra practices in and teach them how that's done. So.
Well, that's very cool. So this is a co-ed league, the pool league?
Yep. We start at about age 6, 7, 8.
Wow.
We'll take them at 8, really.
See, now there's a sport, but I don't think it makes a difference whether you're a man or a woman.
It shouldn't. Nope.
It doesn't take extra strength or extra,
Nope. So that's one of those that I've always questioned, why do we still separate it? But someday it'll probably all come together. But we'll start them at about age 8, and then they play up until 20, because at 21 they can join the adult leagues. So, wide open adult leagues. M8 that's shot on Wednesday night will take younger players, but typically they don't like to see that in bars too often. So,
it is a fun sport.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
And it's, I don't know, do you pay to play down at the Legion?
Yep. So you got to pay for your games while you're doing your practice on Sundays.
How much is a game nowadays?
$2. $2 in a table.
It was a quarter when I was a kid.
Yeah. So $2, and then there's a yearly fee that goes along with it, but it's very minimal. So.
Well, it's not an expensive sport. Well, the cues, I guess, could probably be pretty expensive.
Well, yeah, that can be as expensive as you want it to be.
Right, but there's a lot of people that have got extra cues laying around. I think the last couple kids that have joined our league have had cues donated to them. And then they use them until they, can save up and decide whether the sport's for them, and then they return the cue that they had borrowed and buy their own.
Maybe I should donate my cue. I haven't picked it up, like I say, in many years.
Yeah.
Because I doubt that I'll ever get my pool table in my basement.
Priorities.
Yeah, but when you retire in a year or so, you might take it up again.
They have old man's leagues?
Oh, yeah. All kinds of leagues. So it's all about how well you play. It's nothing about your age, but it's about how well you play. So you're an A or a double A or a B or a C.
And it shouldn't matter. Age shouldn't matter in that.
Shouldn't matter. Nope.
Like you say, other than,
Yep. And so the fall league just wrapped up this week for the adult leagues for M8. And so then the spring leagues, I think, starts in 2 weeks. So the team that my son's on actually ended up getting first in their M8 division.
You have any idea why Faribault has such a great tradition in pool?
I think we've just had some great players that have popped out. The Tungems have created quite a name for pool in Faribault, and there's been a few other names from the territory that have really stood out. Rich Arndt is in the VNEA Hall of Fame for all of his dedication for coaching and organizing tournaments. So there's quite a stampede of Faribault names that have nationwide made an impact.
And they're in the Hall of Fame.
Not all of them yet. I believe that if Tungem keeps going the way that he is, he'll be there. So
I didn't even know there was a Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Broadcaster Hall of Fame. I mean, come on. You know that.
Where is it?
The Broadcaster Hall of Fame?
No, the pool Hall of
Fame. I think it's out in Vegas, because that's where they award all the trophies.
But you got to be a professional to be in that Hall of Fame.
Well, you got to be a professional, or you have to be a dedicated member to the sport. So,
you a pool player, Royal?
I used to be, kind of like you. I used to play a lot, and I don't play so much anymore, but it's still fun.
So,
well, Gordy, do you mind if I talk a little bit about Trek Properties?
Of course not.
Well, you should, because the commercial that he ran before you guys started is incorrect.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean it's incorrect?
Whoops. All right, I am Royal Ross with Trek Properties, located in beautiful downtown Faribault. Our offices are in the Depot Square building across the street from the post office. Full-service local real estate firm specializing in property management, homeowner association management, commercial management, storage space. We've got it all covered for you. And, of course, I am a licensed realtor here in the Faribault area. So if you want any help buying or selling property of any kind, just feel free. Give me a call, 507-456-2932. I would love to talk to you about it and see what we can do for you in the area of real estate. But, again, Trek Properties, located in downtown Faribault, and we have an office in Dundas now.
Cheer on those Utes today.
Yeah, yep. I got my Utes jersey on today. My niece will be playing basketball for the Utah Utes at 1 o'clock today.
ESPN Plus.
Yep, that is correct. Thanks for everything, Gordy. I appreciate it.
Have a great weekend.
The Southern